Hey, cousins. So, Rhea Ripley's riding high on all of her accolades. She gets a lot of exposure. The Goon Squad is all about Rhea Ripley, and that's fantastic. But Rhea Ripley, I think she is having a come hither moment. I think she's getting a wake up call. I think she's realizing that her fans don't respect her as much as she think they do. Rhea Ripley made this post on her X account, and I wish they would get off of X and go to Blue Sky. But anyway, she said, "Women's wrestling fan, quote unquote, women deserve better." Same breath. She's sleeping with her boss. That's why she where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. You guys are the real reason it is so difficult to be taken seriously as a woman wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you will accomplish something yourself. And you know what? She may be 100% correct, but all that has done has emboldened her so called fans. Now, I am not on my high horse. I've said myself, who is this chick fucking to get where she's at? I ask that a lot, especially for some of the girls that, are still on this roster and don't do shit. Rhea Ripley has not really consistently wrestled since Paul Leviskay took over. So yeah, I said, is they fucking? Because he must really love smelling the seat of her pants. But I'm joking. It's all in jest. She's getting riding high. She was the chosen one because we all understand that in pro wrestling, nothing's earned; it's given, right? Isn't that how it works? So, what do you think the response was? Let's go through them. That's the fun part. One respondent said, nose ring theory, because she has a septum ring. Women who wear a septum ring tend to make their trauma their entire personality. If women want to be taken seriously as wrestlers, they need to be serious with their performance. Stop wearing ring gear that rides up your crack, showcasing your ass to everyone. Oh! In the same breath, some of you said that the women were too manly and not sexy enough. So, Rhea, she took off her pants. She's now wearing the little ass chat buckles. She got the little zhuzh on. Sexed it up a little for you guys. And now she can't be taken seriously? Wow. Double-edged sword, huh? Next goon, start wrestling normally first without using your body parts as an attraction. Oh, I thought you guys liked that. Okay. Next one, we got, they have a point. Why are you always in the title picture? All right, well, we can talk about it. She's the chosen one right now. Apparently, the bookers have their faves. I can say comfortably, clearly, Vince McMahon saw something in Bianca Belair that Triple H did not, because Triple H did not put the rocket on Bianca. Okay? Paul Leviskay put the rocket on Raquel Rodriguez, and he put the rocket on Rhea Ripley. Now, the rocket has since fizzled in the case of Raquel Rodriguez because she got that skin thing going on, and it's taking her out. But the bitch got a title, and she stayed working. Okay? Next one. They say the same things about men wrestlers. Quote, he should retire. He slept with the boss's daughter. That's why he's where he is. Cool to play the feminist, but this is mostly nonsense. Wrestling fans criticize wrestlers and you make it all about feminism, so seals clap. First of all, she never said anything about feminism. She just simply said, you all are hypocrites. So I don't know what the fuck this goon heard, but this is the problem when people don't know how to read. Okay? Secondly, Paul Leviskay is fucking the boss's daughter. Okay? That's not something made up. Are you kidding? And maybe some of those wrestlers should retire. Karrion Kross. That's an argument for a different post. Another goon. More whining and crying from women's wrestlers that are supposedly as tough as men. Who said that? Who said that? Women said We can do it too. Give us the opportunity. That is what they said. Are you listening? No, you're not. Next goon. This will mean so much to every single women's wrestler in the world, especially coming from someone in your position. Okay, was that sarcasm or was that a real pat on the back? Next goon. Not only this, Rhea, but have you seen how so many so-called fans are shitting on Becky for the same reasons, or Julia simply because she's wearing braids? This is making me puke. First of all, Julia could wear all the braids she want. Braid them motherfuckers better. And Becky, I'm not shitting on Becky for helping her homegirl out. So I don't know, where that's at. I don't see that on my timeline. But I know people are tired of Becky, and Becky just left and didn't come back fresh, repackaged, something new. She came back with the same old shit. Kind of like Charlotte, but for some reason, y'all mad at Charlotte because she got married 3 times, or she's always thrusted in a title picture. That's literally her character. Did we forget the plot? Next one. That's why Triple H said he doesn't give a fuck about the IWC. People on here change their opinions more than they change their undies. Now, I don't. Over here, Wrestling Color Podcast, I'm pretty consistent. Now, I get people in the comments saying I'm waxing poetic, or I'm like on some type of soapbox, but I'm pretty consistent about my views and my morals and what I stand on. So I feel good that this person ain't talking about me. Next one, valid points, but holy shit, you gotta lay off X. I ain't expect much after same breath. Yeah, I think most, if not everyone, should delete X. It's literally a cesspool. Next one. I'm so sorry, Rhea, that you have to deal with this. You and Becky have to deal with the worst of it. The IWC has become so obnoxiously toxic that I'm starting to despise their behavior a lot these days. You and Becky get the worst of it. Bianca gets it too. Yeah, but you also got to follow her to see it. But pretty people really lay into her. They give her plus the racism just to add icing on the cake. Um, the higher the star, the more haters. People aren't lying. The bigger you get, the more people claw at you to pull you down. What I want for Rhea is better booking, something compelling. She can give it up. She was on that road when all that shit was fucking up for her, and she was backstage and she was like, I can't believe I did this, whoop, whoop, whoop. But for whatever reason, it got pivoted to a bunch of bullshit. Did the match become a classic? Yes, but it was unnecessary. And now Bianca's out because she hurt her wrist in the meantime. Next one. That's the shitty part of social media. People can say the most nasty, disgusting, offensive things to someone while keeping their identity and all their shortcomings in life hidden. That's a fact. That's not even a hot take, baby. You right about that. Everybody gets on here stealing other people's pictures or not having the picture at all, and they say some of the worst shit because that is who they really want to say. Meanwhile, you won't say it to my face because I will drop you where you stand. A goon said, Rhea Ripley, there's a reason I mocked the IWC. They're not in that ring. They're not training. They're not working their asses off. The ones who throw you roses are fans. The others do it for likes. You're one hell of an athlete. You worked your ass off for everything. And I hope Rhea sees these because a lot of times you can have a sea of positivity and it be that one fucking lump to say something fucked up, and then that's all you zero in on. I've seen women wrestlers get comments like this all the time, sadly. Women wrestlers get disrespected all the time here. That's why some have left this app. It's okay to like one female wrestler over another, but respect women. It's not a controversial thing to do. It really ain't. Especially when the women are actually excelling above the men. Next one. It's disgusting to see this kind of comment. It's the same disgusting comment about adult actresses, soccer players, or just women doing anything. They don't have a problem with female fighters. They have a problem with women. Sorry and sorry for them. One goon said, let's be honest, some female wrestlers seem to get their big push thanks to family legacy perks. Looking at you, Flair, but credit where it's due. Others absolutely earn the spotlight on pure talent and grind alone. Okay, hold on. I understand everybody's riled up about Charlotte Flair, but let's listen. Charlotte Flair worked too. Let's stop acting like this woman just showed up and got something handed to her. Okay? Because every male on the goddamn roster is related to somebody else. And there's even people who are related to other people. I didn't even know that. Like Carmella. Apparently her daddy was wrestling for the WWE. I didn't know that. So I'm not going to sit here and diminish what Charlotte Flair has done to get to the position she was in. Does having a Flair last name help? Of course. But you still got to do the work. That's what Mark Henry told Bianca Belair. He said, listen, I can get you the interview, but it's you that got to get the job at the end of the day. He didn't just say, go on in there and you going to start. She worked her way from NXT on the roster. She got her character, and this is where she's at. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta lighten up on Charlotte. Y'all gotta give Mother Bone some space now. It's too much. I'm kind of feeling some kind of way now. I don't like that. Somebody was giving her pushback. They said you're on 5 segments on every Raw, segments on every pay-per-view, main event Raw constantly, get to humiliate men, multiple segments on every PLE. Is she fucking serious? Okay. Okay, so she's getting a mega push. That's already been established. I don't think she's saying that she's not getting a push and she's in a position of privilege right now. But she's just saying, stop running the women down. They're working just as hard as everybody else. That's it. Let's do these last 3 because these are very interesting. They said Liv's entire reign was stuck dealing with someone who was injured and constantly given a shot multiple times, but still got numerous rematches to only then finally win after already being champion for a year. Sorry, we don't like your Hulk Hogan booking. Hey. Well, next person, the people who say stupid stuff like that are most likely jealous of your success. I'm proud of how far you've come and just excited to see how far you'll go. You're awesome. Fuck the haters. She's going pretty far, but even though she looked completely not interested in what she was doing yesterday on Raw, but okay. And lastly, I mean, maybe your boss shouldn't go around in interviews openly saying that he sees you like a daughter. And maybe he shouldn't be able to separate personal from business, which clearly he can't do. So just a question. Outside of Rhea Ripley, can anyone name another? Okay, well, what can you do? Ooh, y'all are boring because you are nowhere near the men level in every aspect. Sure, you can be on the same level of men or better. Just improve your mic skills, performance inside the ring, and stop sexualize yourselves for attention. I'm gonna leave it right there. That right there is called a bunch of bullshit. Because again, I listen to a lot of wrestling fans, males, say that the Attitude Era was the best for women. And what was going on with women during the Attitude Era? And what was going on with women probably not even a few maybe a couple years later? Nothing. Tits and ass, TNA, mud matches, all this bullshit. Women have come a long way. They want to be taken seriously, and they are being taken seriously. But what they're being given isn't serious, and that's the problem. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it right there. I just think it's an interesting conversation to have. The women are always a hot topic because, listen, it's women. It's easy to mobilize the incels and the men who can't even step up on a ladder and sniff a little poontang, okay? It's easy. And that's what's popular right now. It's always going to be popular to be hateful to women, okay? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Do you agree with Rhea Ripley, or is she just being sensitive and oh my God?